Well, I have not made a video on this channel in a while, and I'm in college. So if you've known me in any sort of personal way, you know that I am a Christian. And I've come to realize something from this boy right here, the Bible. Let me tell you, reading this thing makes me believe that I'm pretty sure people who argue about this thing on the internet have not read this. Because one thing it's convicted me of just recently is that this life is not about me. Something I had a... being a Christian doesn't mean suddenly you're good. I mean, if you have any experience with this guy over here, it's a journey. And one of the hardest things I struggled with for a long time was the passage of turning the other cheek, which basically says, if someone's trying to knock you down, let them. It's one of the strangest, but as I've finally found, most true verses in how to live life. Because I didn't let other people knock me down. I want revenge. I want to take them back down also. Like, if you're going to try to take me down in what I believe, I'm going to take you down in what you believe. This guy says otherwise. In fact, it even says in Matthew 6, do not judge others, which you might have never heard a Christian say on the internet, because I'm pretty sure this world's pretty not very well informed of what this book actually has to say. I mean, some people, the first thing that comes to mind when they think Christian is the people who hold up signs saying God hates you, or like pointing out the wrong things you do. This Bible says not to do that. Anyways, I don't want to get too philosophical or theological in this video here, but just saying I've encountered this conviction that I've finally convinced that I should be following is that this life is not about me. It's about helping others and doing God's will. And what God's will is basically how he defines how to live life in this Bible. Or sometimes some sort of supernatural interaction where you really feel like you should be doing this because it's the right thing. I'm pretty sure that's also God's will. I mean, I haven't read that Bible entirely yet, but I've read a good portion of it. Anyways. So why am I making a video about this and not just kind of like learning internally, I need to learn to turn the other cheek. Because it's a true thing. When you don't do that, like, when you want to just win, you want to be on top, you want to be in first place all the time, and you don't want to be knocked down, it makes you aggressive. It can make you pretty angry when you go into situations, like even in my relationship with my ex-girlfriend Hannah, who we've recorded on this channel before, because I didn't accept that. Just internally, it made me like say if she was doing something I didn't want to happen, I'm going to knock it down. I'm not going to turn the other cheek. But I realize how stupid that was. So trying to give you an application there. Now I'm going into the application of this YouTube channel. Now this channel really confuses me. I have a separate channel for just New Frontier Craft, which, if any of you have been here for any form of time, New Frontier Craft is something that I've been building for quite a while. I mean, it's been about 2 years now. The main video for this channel, if you first come to this channel, is an advertisement for New Frontier Craft. It's my mod to create a new adventure in old Minecraft. But there was an issue, and it's related to this guy right here. I wanted it to be about me. I wanted it, and it might be one of the biggest reasons why New Frontier Craft has never taken off. Because I wanted it to be about me. I wanted to be the only person to really program and be all of the ideas behind this, all of the code behind this, all just me, so then I could become the next Notch. I mean, I've literally said that before. I was like, I am going to be the next Notch. If you go far back in YouTube videos on this channel. I mean, I said it confidently, I didn't really say it that seriously, but internally, I wanted to be the next Notch. I mean, I wanted to be about me. I wanted to be the person who bring back old Minecraft. But I realized this life is not about me. And when I'm putting myself first in that position, it's gonna fail. And I've always debated whether or not I should be doing New Frontier Craft or something else, because I have been gifted with a pretty powerful mind. I am both purely mathematical, I can solve problems, I can just take apart math problems, and adapt to, like, I mean, I was thrown into Calc 2 here because I did really well on the AP exam. So, I mean, at first I was struggling, but immediately, like, my brain just went full focus, and I was able to just, now I'm doing well in Calc 2. I don't just have that, but I have a very strong sense of creativity too. I create music, I have created a lot of really cool art, and in fact I've won first place in an art show before. That was not just small. So I want to dedicate my time into something that's worth it, and I've always questioned, is New Frontier Craft worth it? Because so far it really hasn't been, if I want to put my time into it and get something back afterwards. And of course part of that was just, you know, me being almost mildly famous. But no, can't do that. But if I want to get something back in return, in the future, because, I mean, I am currently actually sort of just working on New Frontier Craft as a hobby because I've kind of realized this issue that I have, and I've just kind of laid it back and made it a lot easier, and just kind of sitting back and being like, alright, I'll keep coding this because I like this, but if I want to make this happen, I gotta change things. I gotta put it out there. I gotta ask people who are also good developers to be like, alright, let's team up and make this a thing. Let's create New Frontier Craft into what it was made to be. But maybe I shouldn't be putting all my time in New Frontier Craft. Maybe it actually isn't really ever going to go that far in any direction, whether it be community or I don't know. It's just kind of like, I mean, seriously, this channel that I do nothing on has about 300 subscribers, and the channel that I'm actively working on with New Frontier Craft has less than 60. That's less than a fifth. So my question is to you guys here, what are you guys here for? Like, what is all the subscriber base here for? And I'm actually going to put a vote down in the description from what I know that I do on this channel. I mean, there's old Minecraft, there's New Frontier Craft, there's Kerbal Space Program, which some of those videos I've made are pretty popular. There's also StarMade, which I love StarMade, and I've even considered signing up for their administration because they're not hiring, but they're asking for new people to come on their forums to be admins, and I'm like, I mean, I've got experience with community, and I love StarMade. I won't be coding if I were to be helping in StarMade. Maybe I will be. I might be able to help them out in development, but I'm not that good at coding, and I want to get through some good Java courses in college first. But I love designing stuff for StarMade. They have such a dynamic system of how to build ships. I mean, you can seriously have the homeworld Ion frigate going on and taking on a Borg cube while, like, a Star Wars just Millennium Falcon warps in and takes advantage of the whole situation and knocks them both out. That can happen in StarMade. It's pretty awesome. I've also thought about maybe I won't get that many people interested in New Frontier Craft development because I really don't think I'm going to get too far on my own. It's just going to take too long. And I don't have the best knowledge of Java either. I've considered working on Dungeon instead, because Dungeon is actually sort of a representation of what I wanted to do with Minecraft. But I can't really program at a three-dimensional level, so it's not the same experience, but there's certain trade-offs. And that is, in Minecraft, it's three-dimensional. You feel like you're in the game. But in Minecraft, mostly beta 1.7.3, and mostly in beta 1.7.3 Bukkit, it takes forever to develop. It's not my own game. I gotta decipher how everything works, so for a period of time, there's a lot of errors that can happen. Whereas in Dungeon, although it's two-dimensional, I can code it so much quicker. I can make it look really nice. I mean, Dungeon is sort of going to be like a dungeon explorer, of course. But like specifically of how I thought Minecraft was going to be in terms of dungeon exploring. It's just on a two-dimensional level instead of a three-dimensional level. So I can add in all kinds of really cool weapons and stuff without it like if I were to add some of the things into Minecraft, like certain sorcery abilities, I can add it a dungeon and say it's part of the game. If I add that in the old Minecraft, that's really strange. And I have all kinds of cool ideas I can do with dungeon there. I could also develop dungeon completely on my own, because it would form much quicker. It would kind of be a hobby thing I do here, maybe more like an intense hobby thing. But of course, I'm not going to make it about trying to make myself popular now, or like really cool game. I would make it for fun, and I would make it possibly for some sort of profit in the future. I'm not quite sure about that, because I don't think, unless I make Dungeon really, really cool, and I put a lot of time into it, and I maybe get some other people joined in onto it, I don't think Dungeon would ever really have that ability to take off. And I'm still pretty good at Kerbal Space Program. I love designing stuff for that, just like I love designing stuff for StarMade. But sort of my conclusion from all of this is I want to do something that's worthwhile. I don't want to do something that no one's going to play, that'll never be able to help out people on the internet. I mean, I've met many people through my servers that emotionally, spiritually need help. Like they're lost in this world, and I want to be there for them. That's what I want to. Another really big reason I want to have that ability to reach at least a decent-sized community. So then, I can be that influence. I don't want to be an influence of me being popular anymore. Or something that's profitable, not just because worthwhile in terms of helping people, but worthwhile in terms of, hey, this thing's popular, so let's make a profit off it, and I can devote more time into building it. Like, let's say a lot of people on this channel are actually subscribed for Kerbal Space Program. I would make more Kerbal Space Program videos for you guys. I got all kinds of cool ideas for things to design. Or StarMade. I would love designing for StarMade. I want to do something for other people, because it's not about me. Thanks for watching. Life stuff.